Hello, everybody. How you guys doing today? It's always odd doing this with two people. Like it feels like a discussion. I've always been under the idea it takes 3 people to run a podcast successfully. I've had this conversation with Keem, and he pointed Joe Rogan out. I was like, oh, this guy does it solo. And I'm like, does he? Does Joe Rogan do it solo? You know, you got Joe Rogan, you got a guest, and then you have Jamie behind the scenes. That's 3 people. I'm not in the right headspace for the podcast today, but we'll get to that in a little bit. I think this is the worst episode of live we've ever done. Like my mind is somewhere completely else.
Where's your mind, Jordy? What's going on?
You know where it is.
I know. Well, I'm just going to say it.
Yeah.
You really think you're going to quit?
Yep.
I don't know if we should have this conversation publicly or not.
Yeah. I was miserable before Fat Camp, and when I got fired at the end of Fat Camp, it was almost like a blessing. And I didn't want to come back. I honestly didn't. And I came back, and because Tommy asked me to come back, and it's like, and then like the show got worse, the money got worse, and then like Keem left, and it's like, this isn't fun. I don't have fun doing this. Like I'm putting a face on every day. I'm fucking miserable every day. I wake up. It's like I look at live, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta do 2 hours of that shit tonight, and I don't want to do it. I'd much rather do nothing.
I was saying this in our private conversation. The show always worked best when Keem was here because Keem's the bully and we're the Lolcows, right? And so we had somebody to push our buttons hard, and then you and I could react to our buttons getting pushed. And you know, they didn't like yesterday's episode because you were a normal human being. They don't like today's episode because you're a normal human being. You're showing your normal side.
Today's episode is bad right now. Billy's trying his hardest to save it, but it's bad right now. Like everybody knows it. That's why you jumped up here. It's like my head's not there. I'm stuttering. I'm not being my normal self. And it's just because of like, I don't know. It's miserable. I'm miserable. And it's like,
yeah.
I don't need to be here. And like Gidgey said something the other day that resonated with me, where she's like, you don't care about this. Why are you here? Everybody else would love to be where you're at. And yeah, you're right. I don't want to be here. I'm blocking somebody else from achieving their dream because this isn't my dream. Like, I don't want to be a part of this network where like you pour Pepsi on your head and eat mustard and wear shock collars till the end of fucking time. It's just, it's who I am as a person. It's like, this whole show for the last 2 years has been one ever long telethon, 24 hours of just constant, like, let's do the dumbest shit possible for money. And I've always stated before, like, this is the show that faked cancer. Once it faked cancer, it got hot. It's never grown since. We went from 24,000 subscribers to 94,000, and we're still at 94,000 a year and a half later. All we're doing is like moving the chairs around the Titanic. And I don't feel like it's growing. I don't feel like everything's doing. I think it's just constantly like, how much money can we siphon out of this? And it bothers me to my core to be a part of it. I'm just not happy with it. It's not what I signed up for. I signed up for a podcast, and it became this.
I respect and understand that. I genuinely do. I like working with you. If you quit, I'm going to miss you a lot.
This is probably my last show, Buggy. It's not what I want. It's got nothing to do with this week. It's got nothing to do with the streams by myself. It's got nothing to do with like me having like the worst monetary stream yesterday, and it's followed up with this one who's had 2 donations in the first 40 minutes. And like, you got people out there that's going to always criticize. You got people in the chat like, well, Wings is lazy. It's not lazy, man. Like it's a never ending mental struggle. And like, everybody is feeling it, even if they don't want to put it out there. Everybody's feeling it. The reason that we're covering bus for the 15th time you've heard today is because it's hard to do 2 hours of a podcast every day of the fucking week.
The world is fucked up, but that's why we do the show. You know, we're the distraction to the fucked up world. Yeah. You said, I feel like we're trying to squeeze any dollar we can get out of this or whatever. I don't feel that way when I go live. You know, it is a thought. You do have to think about finances, but I'm more thinking of like, I want to have a good show because I know if I have a good show, it's going to make donos. That's just one of the factors. Yesterday, you got a lot of shit for not making any money, but I listened to the whole show. It was a great conversation.
I've seen a lot of positive comments this week with you bringing what you do bring, Wings.
Here's the problem I have, though, is when you said I just don't want to do this anymore. I'm not happy here. I know what that feels like. That's why I walked away.
Yeah,
That's my problem. I can relate with you 100%.
Yeah, I'm not happy, man. It's not for me no more. I could sit here and block somebody that would rather be in my position, or I could sit here and just be miserable.
Well, then we should plan the big Wings final stream tomorrow.
That's this one. I'm leaving the server after I get in this call.
So this is the farewell stream.
This is the farewell stream.
Well, let's make it a happy one then. If it is the farewell stream, let's talk about the fucking fun shit that happened. The good times. There had to have been some experience that you've had when you were here, which is a happy memory.
I gained more weight. I was sitting around today and I'm literally asking my wife to come on here and get like watered and flowered and like dressed up like a drag queen to make money I don't care about making. And like I felt like less than a man because of it. I was creatively bankrupt.
When you go to the show, you can't think about money. You got to think about like I want to do a good show and entertain people, and then money's the side effect of that, right? You like when you say it like that, it just seems like we're e-baggers, you know?
That's what we are.
But we're not. We're entertainers.
Then why does every conversation I have always center around like what we're gonna do for like donation baiting?
Well, that's a part of the show, unfortunately. This is a business.
I watched a guy on Ozzy like charge $5 to stack bowls on his head.
I get it. No, I do. I truly get it. The worst thing about this job, being creatively bankrupt, right? Hitting that writer's block really, really sucks. And when I started getting frustrated with the show and I knew I didn't want to be here anymore, the writer's block was hitting hard. I could go on any fucking show. I could pop on Nerds and be like, yeah, I got an idea. You know, I could pop on any show and help them and have a million different creative ideas. But when it came to this show, my show, it was gone.
Oh, for sure.
When we started this show, there were videos and getting millions of views, making thousands of dollars shitting on you too. All right. Now this thing has been such a success. Now that's gone. The whole point of this show was for you to monetize the hate. Well, where is that hate now? The Wings trolls are like gone or disabled or something.
No, they're still there. They're still there.
They don't have the impact they did before we start the show. The mission of what this show was accomplished. I mean, that's the truth. We won. Everything we set out to do, we did.
You did do that because, like you said, we were going to make $20,000 a month at one point, and I said, "This show's never making $20,000 a month." Yeah,
we tripled that.
Yeah, we did triple that.
Yeah,
we came in trying to prove something, and then we more than proved it. And now it's like, now what? That's why I didn't want to be a host anymore. Is I just, when I really got dug deep and thought about this for weeks and weeks and weeks, I lost my overall mission. This show, if its original concept with us three, just kind of ran its course. I hate that I can't convince you to not feel what you're feeling because I feel the same way, Wings. I do.
Everybody does, but some people hide it better than me. I can't hide it. I come on, I can give the cherry face, but I don't know. It hit me wrong today, and it's like this isn't for me.
What's going on?
Wings is quitting.
He knows.
Oh
He knows.
Oh,
Sweet Tea, we're gonna put you in timeout. I think there's gonna be a lot of opinions that will probably be negative from this, on the internet. They'll say he had bitch in his blood. That'll definitely be something being said. That he wimped out.
Big fight dad.
Yeah, it'll be all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But those are opinions. There will be people upset, people happy, people mad, people sad, but those are feelings. The fact is, we fucking won. That's just a cold, hard fact. We set off to do this show, and everybody said shit wasn't going to work. Shit was going to fail. Shit was dead a million times. And opinions can be out there, and feelings can be out there all they want. But the cold, hard fact is, we won. So for that, Lolcow Live.